Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a bunch of entertainment news and content for you today. But before I get to that, I have to thank you to the newest members of the Ping Pong Flix Show. Thank you to Kishore, Raj, and Axel Joel Official. Thank you so much for joining as members of the Ping Pong Flix Show family, and also the subscribers and other members as well. I truly appreciate your support. All right, well, let's get into the new topics for today. The first topic of the day is Jordan Peele has a secret new movie. What? Okay, this is coming from the playlist. Kiki Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya will star in Jordan Peele's secret new movie. Now, I'm a fan of Jordan Peele's movies, and also love Key and Peele as well. There's some funny stuff, right? I'm subscribed to their channel on YouTube. They have awesome content. But there is going to be a new movie straight from the dude who made Get Out and Us. I love Get Out and Us. It's just he may be a comedian and he does that stuff, but when he gets into the horror and the suspense and the thriller, my God, this is like, a really good M. Night Shyamalan type of deal, right? I mean, he's really good at it. And so I'm really excited to see what his new movie is about. It's certainly going to be an event to the fact that Universal Pictures is dropping this movie. And it's really, the details are truly under wrap, like it should. But they're dropping on July 22nd of 2022. Right in the middle of the blockbusters. That's how they know, right? We all know that when Jordan Peele makes a new movie, especially a suspenseful thriller, it's a big deal. Well, it's like a Christopher Nolan movie. It's like, oh, it's a new Jordan Peele movie. We got to see it. We got to check it out. So I'm really excited to see what this one's going to be about. I'm so excited. Jordan Peele's, yes, another movie from him. I can't wait to see what that's going to be about. All right, now tomorrow is going to be a special day. We're going to have the new Mortal Kombat trailer, and that's going to drop at I'd say 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be up and early to do a trailer reaction for that. But I want to kind of cover all the motion pictures for Mortal Kombat. There's a lot more today. This one, of course, is Scorpion. And Hiroki Sanada is Scorpion, trailer tomorrow. That's an awesome Scorpion. Mikad Brooks is Jax Briggs. Tadanobu Asano is Raiden. And Ludi Lin is Liu Kang. Jessica McNamee is Sonya Blade. Shin Han is Shang Tsung. So this is actually really a lot of the first looks if you see a lot of these characters. And Louis Tan is the mysterious Cole Young, a new character in Mortal Kombat lore. I don't know what's the deal with that, but we'll find out. Max Huang is Kung Lao. CC Stringer is Melina. Of course, you've seen this. Josh Lawson is Kano. And, of course, Joe Teslim is Sub-Zero. Awesome motion posters. I'm sure there's ones that are not motion, so you can download them and put them on your wallpaper and so forth. But amazing. I can't wait to see the trailer. Like I said, is it going to be a red band trailer? Are they going to show some, flawless victories, finishing moves? That's the one I wanted to see. And let's see how it goes. But definitely tomorrow morning, I'm going to drop a trailer reaction for that. So I'm really excited for that. All right. So there was a trailer today, and it is called Cruella. Cruella had a trailer today. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. I didn't do a trailer reaction to it, but I'm going to show a few, some of it from here. But definitely it is, it's interesting. So first and foremost, I like to say, she's definitely a villain in here, unless they flip it within the movie. But from what I'm gathering, from what I'm looking at right now, and the way the trailer goes, she's definitely a bad person. She's still going to be the villain. I mean, how can you make a good person out of someone who skins puppies to make a coat out of, right? So it definitely, she's got to stay a villain. But they're doing it in a way that it's very Joker-like. Even the trailer reminds me of Todd Phillips' Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. The music as well kind of reminds, at least the way it's played out, it makes you really, it really reminds you of Joker. And I think that's why everybody's kind of like doing that because it does feel like that. And a lot of these shots are absolutely beautiful. Definitely, the cinematography is pretty cool, but it does remind you of that a Joker, and I think that's what they're trying to do. In a way, I think they're really trying to make a Joker movie through Disney, utilizing one of their famous villains. And so I can actually respect that they're going to keep her a villain, but I do see a lot of like hypocrites right now where they're like saying like, "Oh, Cruella, oh yeah, it's awesome," and stuff like that. Really? So you like a villain that skins puppies, but you're calling Joker something that shouldn't be made and stuff like that. I mean, it's like, come on, what is it? So it's definitely some of that hypocrisy I'm seeing on the timeline, and due to this, aside from the actual trailer, I think the actual trailer looks pretty good. Oh yeah, I can see that one of the Dalmatians is growling right there. That's pretty funny. But it does gives me that vibe. Definitely that vibe that this is something they were trying to match up with the Joker. So will it be as good as the Joker? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see about that. May 2021. Not that long, in a couple months. All right. Now, since we're talking about DC in a way, sort of, because I just mentioned Joker, HBO Max Green Lantern series is to begin filming. Now, this is just a production list, and they just threw that out there, that it's going to begin filming from April 12th, 2021 in Los Angeles. So I think by then we'll probably start knowing, like around there, we'll probably start knowing who's going to be playing the roles of Simon, Baz, and so on and so forth. That will probably be when we'll start finding out who's going to be in it. So keep an eye out for that. There's another movie that's coming out, not coming out, but actually going to be filming in April, is Black Adam. And now we have a new star that joins it. Aladdin star Marwan Kenzari joins Black Adam in an unknown role. So Marwan Kenzari is the Aladdin star who stole scenes in Old Guard. He's the one who played Jafar. He's in final negotiations only to join Dwayne Johnson in Black Adam, New Line's action-adventure thriller featuring the DC Comics anti-hero. The feature is heading toward an April start in Atlanta, with Noah Centineo, Aldous Hodge, and Quintessa Swindle on the roll call. And that's pretty much all they have for it. They are not revealing what character they're having negotiations with him on, and that's all they can say about that. But it is going to start in April, just like Green Lantern, and I think even The Flash was going to start in April as well. A lot of these different movies are starting then. We'll probably find out more once they start shooting. Then we can see some behind the set scenes, I would imagine. All right, so let's talk about more DC stuff, but this time Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League updated trailer stats. Right, so it did trend down, of course, like everything else. It doesn't stay top trending forever, but it definitely is one of the ones that are holding on, especially for HBO Max right now. And I'm going to credit this to Real Talk Live, Krypton Cage, and Movies That Mayor. Top 5 most popular videos on HBO Max YouTube channel are these. The first one is The Witches, because that was one of the biggest movies that came out on HBO Max as an HBO feature, and that was 22 million views now. But look at it now. Zack Snyder's Justice League right now is at 18 million in the first 2 or 3 days. So by the time you're watching this, it's probably going to be a lot more, maybe 19 million by then. So it'll definitely take over The Witches pretty soon, I would imagine, because The Witches is at 22 right now, and that's been out for a long time now. And then, of course, it beat Raised by Wolves, it beat The Flight Attendant, and it beat Lockdown. What does this show us? Well, it does show us that, especially on the HBO Max YouTube channel, that one of the most popular things people are going to the HBO Max YouTube channel to watch is Zack Snyder's Justice League. So here's another statistic there. The HBO Max subscribers, now HBO Max YouTube channel subscribers and views boost due to Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer. So as we see, February 14, they had a 32K subscribers gained just from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Compare stats with and on February 15th, 12 million views gained. So definitely, as a YouTuber, okay, even my channel, you like to see that. You like to see what videos gave you the most subscriptions, which videos gave you the most views. Why? Because you're going to want to try to do that again, right? And so if you relate that to HBO Max looking at this, they're probably looking at their, all right, well, what do we have in our HBO library that can get us this amount of views, this amount of excitement and engagement, and let's try to keep doing that, right? That's the one thing I would do if this was my channel, right? I mean, I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to still talk about that, right? I think people love this stuff. Why don't we give them more? There is no company, no YouTuber who sees stats like this and say, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. Yeah, I'm just going to talk about, I don't know, peanut butter cookies. Yeah. No, there's no YouTuber, no company that will not try to replicate the success that they have done so far. So definitely these charts are very important. I see they tag Jason Kylar. Very smart of them to do that. But yeah, and I know AT&T sees this. They're not stupid. They're a communications company. They're definitely looking at data, analytics, numbers, and way beyond what the Warner Brothers execs want to tell them or try to alter the information somehow, but they're looking at the statistics. They have it in their hands. We're seeing stuff that we can look at. They're seeing stuff that they can look at, and I'm telling you, it's probably looking a lot like this. They know this is going to top Witches probably by the end of this week. This will probably top the Witches by the end of this week. That's going to be no problem. It will be twice of this by the time it's to the amount of to how long the Witches has been out, which is like months and months right now. So it's something they should be looking at. And I think they are. And so I think more than likely, AT&T is looking at Zack Snyder's Justice League as a win right now. But they definitely are still watching to see how much of this engagement for a trailer is going to translate to engagement to the actual movie. So how much of these will subscribe to HBO Max and so on and so forth? They have to gauge that, and that's why Zack Snyder's Justice League movie on HBO Max is definitely important. Now, some cool things here is that Boss Logic apparently is teaming up, this was actually a few days ago, is joining forces with Zack Snyder, Snyder Cut, the official Snyder Cut account, and a Nifty Gateway. Nifty Gateway is an exclusive digital art platform owned by Gemini, dropping some NFT exclusives for a great cause. Save the date, more info soon. Be ready. This is a huge one. I can't wait. If it's Boss Logic makes some incredible art. He's very good at, that's what he does. He makes amazing art, and it's exciting to see him team up with Zack Snyder this time around, and actually creating art, and it's for a good cause. So I can't wait to see what comes up of this. I'm wondering if this is somewhere along the lines of an actual posters, like a real, like the other posters are real, but like an actual, in terms of the story, a Zack Snyder's Justice League movie poster. I wonder if this is going to be it, and that's going to be a 3/9. I can't wait, March 9th. So it looks like there's going to be still a little bit more marketing ramping up. I wish it was a little bit more marketing, but we'll take what we can get right now, and the rest of the marketing will have to be up to us, apparently. So But other things that are coming down, information that came out, additional photography for Zack Snyder's Justice League amounts to one scene. So this is actually the Truth of Snyder Cut reshoots. In a recent appearance on the Lightcast podcast, producer Deborah Snyder revealed that production only shot literally one scene for 3 days during the October 2020 additional filming for Zack Snyder's Justice League. This tacked-on production was later confirmed to have been for a 4-minute scene involving a nightmare sequence with Ben Affleck's Batman, Jared Leto's Joker, Amber Heard's Mara, Joel Manganiello's Deathstroke, and possibly a few others. This is what she had to say. She said, people kept thinking, oh, they went and shot so much more stuff. And I go, we literally shot one scene, like one additional scene. I shot 3 days here. That's it. That's what we captured. So even Deborah Snyder probably just has to put that out there. Like we all know already, but people are still doing that. Like I've seen comments where it says, oh, it's just the same movie plus 5 more minutes. I'm like, are you kidding me? No, it's not the same movie. One, it's not the same movie. You only have a quarter of it, and then you tacked on the rest of the 3+ hours on it, right? And they literally said it's a 4-hour movie. How is 2 hours and 5 minutes equal 4 hours? I have no idea. But I'm guessing that education is continuing, and it could possibly be like Warner Brothers execs is throwing out informations, like how they did to, Humberto Gonzalez at the Wrap, and that he was saying, oh, he may be using Joss Whedon scenes. Oh, it's just one scene. I think that's what's happening, and they're trying to really make it look bad. But the actual reality of it is that it is pretty much almost 4 hours of footage we have not absolutely seen. That doesn't include the 4-minute scene that they shot just for that nightmare sequence. So I'm like, I'm telling you, this is a completely new movie, and the education on trying to get that through people's noggins is becoming a little bit more difficult, but it gets easier when they're shown the trailer. When you see the trailer, many people are like, wait a minute, what is going on here? This is not the same movie. Did Zack Snyder reshoot it? No, he did not reshoot all those scenes. That was there. They did some digital effects. It was unfinished, but they finished it up, and they added a 4-minute scene. So it's kind of like, it's almost like, oh, you just want to like wrangle all these people and filter it through one thing so that everybody gets fed into that information. But it's difficult. But with the help of all of you, everybody out there is listening to this, continue to educate the public, the general population, that this is something different entirely. It's not the same movie plus 5 minutes. It's not, he didn't just reshoot all of it or re-edit anything. All of it, okay, this is the original stuff. This is the original movie, right? With a 4-minute scene. So, an additional 4-minute scene. So, anyway, but yeah, I'm still, we still got to keep talking about it, I guess. What else? Oh, something else happened on the Lightcast podcast is that Deborah Snyder also explained that, there will be, like, she said parts within the HBO Max in the movie timeline. So, kind of like mine, where you see chapter markers. Yeah, HBO Max is providing that, or at least Snyder's are providing that for Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you'll see like markers where you can skip to the chapter or pause at a chapter or whatever within that movie. Kind of like mine, where I have chapter markers on the bottom. You'll have that in Zack Snyder's Justice League. So if you cannot hold your bladder, if you don't know where the fucking pause button is, right? And there is another option, I guess, that you can watch up to a chapter, a marker, and then, okay, stop. I'm going to press the stop button. I'm going to come back and do, they're putting a lot of options in there for you, for everybody who can't watch a 4-hour movie in one sitting. Okay. So anyway, but there are different options for you to do that. They've added another one, chapter markers. Okay. Now the last thing here is kind of exciting in a way. Well, To me, it is. Zack Snyder talks about all the Gone shirt design to represent past, present, and future of the 5-film arc. Shout out to the Snyder Cut BR. I'm thinking that's Brazil. Liga de Just. Oh, well, that's Justice League with Zack Snyder. And this is an awesome interview. I'm going to link the entire interview in the description down below. But I want you to hear this portion and let me know what you think of it.
On January 2019, you revealed the All the Gods t-shirt with proceeds from sales contributing to the AFSP. The symbols were the focus of many theories and fan interpretations. With the release of your cut, will we be getting a more interpretative reading of the Aequitas map, or does it represent your initial idea for what would be the 5-film arc?
Well, when we created all the, like, the idea is that it does hopefully both. You know, it encapsulates the grander hero's journey. It incorporates the grander 5-film arc, but it also sort of the individual chapters of the way the movie rolls out are also kind of laced into it. So it's Justice League, but it's also more. So it goes to the future and it goes a little bit to the past. So it goes on both sides of the story, and we'll see whether we get more.
Yeah, awesome interview from that Brazil team over there. Thanks for having a translation and everything. But definitely interesting when he talked about the All the Gods shirts. As you know, when they developed All the Gods shirt, when he put that out, that was his, at that time, what believed to be his 5-film arc in a design. And that was before the Snyder Cut was released. So he kind of put it out there, and for us to try to figure out what the heck is going on in this 5-film part arc. He does say that it's Justice League, yes, but it's more, because there's a lot more story to be told there. It also includes Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, and also the future movies coming after Zack Snyder's Justice League. And you notice his expression when they mentioned All the Gods, he was kind of smiling. And then he also mentioned that maybe one day, we'll see that. And he laughed a little bit. So I'm like, it's more that smile of saying, yeah, I kind of put it out there and kind of teased it. But it's something fun that he did. And it could definitely, almost hinting at that, yes, there is more after Zack Snyder's Justice League. It is just Justice League, but there's more to it. And of course, like myself, we know what happened at the Art Center and all that was revealed. But, let's keep it mum for now. And let's see what happens. But it does appear, and it seems like that vision is still intact. That is still his intention, and maybe he throws in some new scenes, like stuff he wanted to do, like the Joker scene. But for all intensive purposes, it's still part of the arc. And the Zack Snyder's Justice League movie we're going to get is part of that arc. It's the present time. And there is absolutely future elements to be explored, hopefully, one day. So it gives me hope a little bit for him to talk about All the Gods shirt, calling it there's past, present, and future elements within it. And it does, to me, shows like it's not over. Like, it's definitely not over after Zack Snyder's Justice League. There's also a little bit in that interview about the Selina Kyle Bruce Wayne thing, how he actually said he may have misspoke and Bruce Wayne and Selina did not marry, and he kind of put it out there that it was something that I think it was on League of Mayhem where they just threw it out there, and he kind of thought that was a fun idea to play around with. But you tell me. Go check out this interview. The interview is in the description down below. And it's awesome to see Zack Snyder reaching out to fans from all over the world, now in Brazil. Okay, now let's get into the Ping Pong Flix members' comments and questions. If you want to put down a comment and question so I can read it on the show, please join as a member down below. All right. But before I get into the comments and questions, I thought I'd share this. Shane Alman told me to check it out, so I did, and I will read it to you. This is his feelings and emotions that has gone through these past 4 years. So I have so much emotion right now. This emotion has been brewing for 4 years. Not even ashamed to say it. Seeing the Snyder Cut trailer yesterday, which I have seen over 30 times, by the way, I cried. For Zack Snyder to lose his daughter in the way he did, and then to lose his fight, he just had no fight left, and the movie was given to a sickle that deserves to be fucking castrated. Well, but that's another story. I stand with Ray Fisher. We all knew the movie we got in 2017 was not Snyder's. Fast forward to now and seeing the trailer, I cried. I cried because of what Zack Snyder was put through by Jeff Johns, Toby Emmer Prick, and Walter Hamada. I cried for the fight we all went through against Warner Brother Pictures, what we had to endure from so-called vloggers that told us to stop looking for the imaginary unicorn. I remember that comic book cast 3. I also remember John Campea saying how Zack should stop trolling because the movie did not exist, but because what hypocrites, it does exist. Well, but guess what, hypocrites? It does exist. It is here in just 1 month, and what's more, it's not a director's cut. It's Zack Snyder's Justice League. That is something nobody can ever take away from any of us. It does not belong to you, Toby. It does not belong to you, Walter. It belongs to Zack Snyder. It belongs to us fans who never stopped fighting for justice, and most importantly, the legacy of Zack Snyder's Justice League is for Autumn Snyder, who tragically isn't with us now, but I know would be so proud of her father. I'm full of emotions today. HBO Max, AT&T, Jason Kylar, thank you for giving us Zack Snyder's Justice League, especially as it was obvious Warner Brother Pictures weren't going to put aside their egos, so you had to put the children in their places. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Hashtag us united. Release Zack Snyder's Justice League worldwide. So thank you so much, Shane Alman, for putting out that comment. That was an incredible message right there. And I did retweet it out. Okay, now let's get into the comments and questions on the videos. ASB Jones, Chris, we should pull a GameStop and start buying up Warner Brothers stock. Then we can be on those investor meetings and really sway some Warner Brothers exec choices. Also, do you think Leto's Joker in Zack Snyder's Justice League will power the air cut movement? We actually should be buying AT&T stock. But Leto's Joker, I think it did, and I think it will continue. I mean, you see how the reaction to that. Imagine after the movie comes out, people are like, oh, one of the best things I want to see is Jared Leto's Joker. Then that definitely will power the air cut movement. Kong Smash, always never. Liking in advance, as I know this is going to be solid. Well, I appreciate it. I just love your thumbnails, and more importantly, your down-to-earth and unscripted approach. Wow, I truly appreciate it, always never. Thank you so much for the support. I wonder how Godzilla and Kong will come to their understanding. It'd be funny if Godzilla communicates to Kong with the sign language. Oh, that is interesting. I don't know. I don't know if he will do that. Would Godzilla understand the sign language, though? Or do they just kind of nod? You know, I can imagine it's like Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974, where Godzilla kind of and King Caesar, you know, they work together to defeat Mechagodzilla. I wonder if it's going to be like that, where they kind of just realize that, you know, we got to take this thing. We got to take this thing down. I think you're my buddy. Yeah, let's go. Eric Blake, I'll say this. Originally, I rolled my eyes at the BIPOC casting description for Constantine, but the announcement linking to Riz Ahmed does actually fit well. He kind of looks the part. Just have him shave, and he kind of resembles Keanu Reeves' look for Constantine. Yeah, he does. Or, you know what, keep the mustache and beard. You know, it's a little bit gruff, but I like that gruff sometimes. Like, even if John Wick, Keanu Reeves comes back, I almost want him to keep the John Wick look to be Constantine for you know, for my own selfish reasons. It's kind of darkly funny how we get the announcement that Rian Johnson's series is still happening just after the splitting over Gina Carano. Like you said, Mandalorian unified everyone, but now one division after another. Yeah, I don't know. You know what's going on over there at Star Wars? I think there was a Star Wars game that was shown today, but I didn't get the chance to look at it. The piece from Junkie XL has in it that heroic Justice League theme, and it kind of sounds like he took some inspiration from the Justice League animated series theme, doesn't it? Not too much. It didn't remind me of that, really. But Shane James Prince, I don't know, Chris. I would find it hard to feel sorry for a character who wants to kill a load of puppies. Great villain, but she's an awful person. Exactly. Like, just that is something that's going on today. And I mean, I'm kind of amazed by the I mean, I've seen negative reaction to it as well, but positive reaction from the same people who said Joker was like, oh, he's a villain and stuff like that. She killed puppies. You know, that's almost more criminal than killing a dude. I don't know. Okay, Eric Wade. No, the mini series with Sam Neill. Thank you. Isn't the BBC Merlin series I mentioned? Oh, okay. The one I'm referring to has John Hurt as the voice of an elder dragon who foresees the destiny of Merlin and Arthur. I never saw that one, but I saw the Sam Neill one. Oh, there's too many replies on this. Lee Fusion Vision Robinson. This is stupid, bound to fail, casting at its best. Oh, why did they do this? For fuck's sake. What's fucking next? Jason Momoa for Mary Poppins. Oh, snap. You know, Jason Momoa for Mary Poppins? that'd be interesting. Ahmad Hamhead for Hitler. Drew Barrymore for Kim Jong-un. Or hey, how about Arnold Schwarzenegger for fucking Martin Luther King? Oh, interesting. I think Thomas Jane would be. Oh, this is for. Oh, okay. I thought this was about Cruella. I think Thomas Jane would be a great Constantine deal. Oh, Thomas Jane. You know, he'd be pretty good. Yeah, he would look like that part as well. Although I keep seeing him as Punisher though. Kishore Raj, news member. Hey Chris, I love everything that you do. I've always wanted to discuss a lot about all these stuffs, but I don't have a lot of friends in my circle that are into DC or movie stuffs as much as I am. I stumbled onto Dave and your channel only last year and got to know Scott, Steven, Garza, and everybody. It's been really fun listening to you guys. I wish I found you guys sooner. Well, I appreciate that. Anyways, I can't believe we are less than a month away from Zack Snyder's Justice League. Still feels pretty surreal. It is exciting to wake up every day leading to March 18th. But now I also started getting very nervous as we inch closer, since there hasn't been any announcements regarding the availability in India. I always firmly believe that Zack would find a way to make it available here. But listening to Zack last week when he talked about the lack of initiative from Warner Bros. On distribution really has me worried. Netflix India and Amazon Prime India currently have some HBO content on them. There are a few other pay-per-view options as well, but I'm not sure if they are aware of the buzz for Zack Snyder's Justice League in India. Hope Warner Media and HBO Max are aware and they figure something out. It would be heartbreaking if we don't get to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League on March 18 along with the rest of the world. Fingers crossed. Keep doing what you do, Chris. Much love. And I can promise you, they know. They definitely know. I think Krypton Cage may have been looking into that there is a possible future distribution for India soon, I think. And I'm wondering if it's a part of an HBO Asia deal or something. I forget. But if Krypton Cage, if you're listening, you may want to comment. But yeah, they are. Zach knows. Zach knows there's a lot of India fans. Don't worry about that. They all know. Warner Brothers are just being kind of Warner Brothers. So but they're working on it. I'm sure they are working on it. But you know, hit up Krypton Cage if you want to try that VPN thing. I've never cared for the whole reinvent the classic Disney villains as their heroes idea. Will Ursula be the good guy next? I mean, the Cruella film looks very interesting with Emma Stone's look and feel, but still, Maleficent was a complex and compelling character as a villain. No need to make her a heroine with a redemption. Yeah, and so just look at the Cruella trailer. It does look like she is a villain for real. What? No Keanu Reeves sequel? That's a real shame, but interested to see what they do this time around. Yeah, me too. I don't know if he would, yeah, I'm really hoping maybe that Keanu Reeves has another shot at a movie. Maybe there's a movie version, and this is the series version. I mean, there's multiple Earths, so maybe Keanu Reeves could reprise his role sometime in the movies. CW's Crisis on Infinite Earths connected the Arrowverse to the DCEU with Ezra Miller's Flash cameo, so getting Matt Ryan to reprise his role would be perfect. I love Matt Ryan's portrayal of Constantine, and it will be awesome to his performance in a big budget production. I'm not sure of this new HBO series, but it will be within the DCU, but it will be cool to see Matt Ryan's Constantine share the screen with Batfleck if the Batman v Superman versus Deathstroke series ever eventuates. All in all, I'm looking forward to seeing this new take of Constantine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. I don't think it's going to be part of DCU. I'm starting to wonder if this is like a J.J. Abrams own kind of like universe he's trying to do on that side, over on this side of the fence. So let's see what happens with that. And there we go, virtual signaling again. Now it's time for Constantine to go woke. There are white people born in Africa too, but nobody would cast a white actor as Black Panther, right? Stop the race gender swap, create new characters instead, and the knowledge of the occult spells is what makes Constantine special, and they're going to avoid that? I know. I mean, it's going to happen. This is Hollywood, you know? It's happening more and more than not. I think I have some members in here as well. Examples: SJW's out to another comic character. Always know Constantine doesn't have to be white to be British, and Wakanda is situated in an area that wasn't colonized by Britain, so no. The descendant of the colonies could not be Panther. Constantine was created based on Sting appearance. That's true. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it was going to be controversial. I wasn't lying about that, right? And it definitely is. And once he's cast, it's going to be even more controversial. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for that. Where am I now? Oh, Brandon Hayes. Funny, I thought you screen grab for the last video was Lobo and no Kano, and not Kano from. Oh, I was wondering. I was like, why'd you say Lobo? I honestly don't think Ryan's trilogy is happening. He has signed agreements, but Lucasfilm doesn't need to honor it. That guy's ideas ruined the sequel trilogy completely. Just heard the Junkie XL score. It is epic. It sounds like the final battle theme because there's a triumph feel to it, like the point where the Flash runs backwards, and near the end of the theme seems like where Superman arrives, beats the crap out of Steppenwolf, and even the odds. That could be the case. Yeah, I could definitely see that. Hear that happening over there. But you know, the title of the song is like The Crew at Workshire or something like that, and I don't know what that means. Kal-El of Krypton. The thing I don't like about this manner of casting is that race comes before character, where if it was a case of character first, but happens to be of Middle Eastern descent or whatever, and happens to represent the character in casting tests better than the rest, then all good. In my opinion, it's where the CW screws up constantly, and a good example would be Batwoman, where it shouldn't be a gay woman that happens to be a superhero. Instead, it's about a superhero that just happens to be gay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of times when you go out of their way to make a political statement rather than stick to the story first, it could really go downhill. Brandon Hall, we live in a society where honor is a distant memory. Isn't that right, Chris, man? And the crazy thing is that Warner Brothers has missed yet another opportunity. This time to be the heroes of the story. Part of repentance is standing by your shortcomings and making them right, not doubling and tripling down on your bullshit. Instead, Warner has once again shot themselves in the foot. As far as I'm concerned, they have been crippled. Yet the bell has been rung and nothing can stop the momentum of the work they have tirelessly tried to prevent from seeing the light. No Whedon, no Jeff. They're running out of buffers. Their world will fall. We are on the cusp of seeing a historic cinematic event fully realized, and the world has been enhanced by those coming together in love and charity. I only wish we could do this in a broader spectrum as a society. This has evolved beyond a movie, and is quite ironic when I see how much this mirrors what is going on in our world as it is today. Just some thoughts. Much love, and always take care. Thank you so much, Brandon Hall. Flo's Film Couch. Hi, Chris. As much as I love Keanu Reeves in his Constantine movie, Matt Ryan should really get the job. He was absolutely awesome as Constantine the CW Arrowverse. And now, excuse me, I have to program my Sky receiver because tomorrow will be Wonder Woman 1984 Day in Germany. Can't wait. Greetings from Bavaria. Oh, so you haven't seen it yet. So they're just showing it in Germany? Wow. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Sean Gates, The Last Jedi was low-key my favorite of the sequel trilogy. I don't consider them canon. All that anger people had during The Last Jedi, I already felt that during The Force Awakens. Ryan's take on Luke was just continuing what The Force Awakens did. And there's a lot of people just still fighting about that to this day, about that. But ultimately Mark Hamill's gone. His character Luke Skywalker is gone, and Mark Hamill probably won't come back. But I guess in a way that Mandalorian surprise reveal kind of got people more excited about, those people who didn't like that, more excited about Star Wars again. So we'll see. Frank Tabowski. Hola, Chris. I totally disagree with you on this one. Sith Lord Kathleen Kennedy and our Princess Ruin Johnson totally disrespected and destroyed Mark Hamill's beloved iconic character, Master Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker. Just for good measure, attacked the fandom. Looking forward to seeing Kong versus Godzilla in IMAX theater. Stay gritty, and always. No, I don't know if you heard what I meant. I actually don't like The Last Jedi, but I just liked how it looked. Like, I like the aesthetic of The Last Jedi and the art of it. But in terms of story, I didn't quite like the story. But Constantine is a Liverpudlian who is meant to look like Sting, who is about as white as it gets with his bleach blonde hair. But someone like Riz Ahmed, which you did say right, by the way, plays the role, I'd be all for it. He's a brilliant British actor. And yeah, you're right. We are very multicultural in the UK. Great mix of people. Yeah, I mean, there's so many mix of people nowadays. They're just everywhere. But it's going to be probably the director, whoever's involved in that, wanted to go that direction. So Jonathan Mueller, well, you're just dropping some hot teas, sir, am I? So Timeline 1, Bruce dies. Timeline 2, Batman teams up with Joker. Timeline 3, Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's my theory in that case, but we'll see what happens. Ryan Johnson ruined Star Wars. Man, this ain't good. Leave it with Filoni, Lucas, and Favreau. They at least respect the lore and understand Star Wars. Look what they achieved with Mando. Yeah, I actually do prefer Filoni and Favreau, the Mandalorian team, to continue off the series in some way, in some fashion. The way they did Mandalorian, the way that lore works, the way it's felt lived in, them talking about the little tokens or chips or whatever, and just like it just felt like everybody knew what was going on. It kind of reminds me of like John Wick's world, where everybody just knows, they're lived in there, and we're just taking a look at that life. They don't have to explain why this thing is this the way. Mando has been living it, so you just watch them go about their lives doing what they usually do without explanation, and because you're just visually looking at it as like, oh, we're just capturing a look in their life, and it's cool because it makes it look much more real. So yeah, if they can take it on, I'd love that. Okay. Hi, Chris. You're doing great work. Great admirer of you and Grace Randolph. May the force be with you. Well, thank you very much. I feel for Zack Snyder that he's going through a lot. Got to know that Zack Snyder's Justice League was originally for 1-hour episodes. I love DC characters, but unfortunately, some people at Warner Bros. Are trying their best to stop the release of Snyder Cut. Yeah. Legendary Zack Snyder. He's a beast, and I love him for that. He deserves a better send-off. Take care, Chris, and stay safe. Please convey my wishes to Zack and Deborah Snyder from India. Oh, yeah. Lots of love. They definitely know. Zack knows that there is a lot of love coming from India. I'm seriously up for a sequel now. I really want to see this nightmare future in real time, what Zack envisioned, also with regards to actually getting it done. The Snyders have set up the groundwork when they shot the new Batman and Joker scene. So a part 2 that is 75%, for example, in this desert wasteland, and the build up to the heroes going to Apocalypse, theoretically it could be done a cheaper budget than $300 million. Especially if it's episodic this time. I mean, I think, Mad Max Fury Road, I think it didn't cost that much, I want to say. Wait, let me see. Let's see it. Mad Max Fury Road budget. I'm just curious what the budget for that type of movie, which is prominently in the desert. It's not 300 million. It's 154 to 185 million production budget. And so that is quite $150 million budget. So, and that was an awesome movie. So something like that, like all desert was of course CGI, or utilizing the Mando technology, would definitely can go a long way for that. Yeah. Frank Dabrowski, aloha Chris, always 100% on good on point, good astute theory. Thank you very much. Whoever gets cast as Constantine has a big trench coat to fill. Matt Ryan to me is the definitive Constantine. Always been a huge Hellblazer fan. Yeah, and it doesn't mean that Matt Ryan couldn't come back. I think he does have a place in maybe the CW world and or some other. So you never know. Thanks, Chris. It's the pin thread on. Yeah, that's the one I read. There. Mortal Kombat has me so pumped. Me too. The future vision is the future of Flash comes from to warn Bruce as Bruce is asleep. Barry coming through on the Speed Force allows Bruce to see what's happened in the future. Yeah, definitely. But Zack Snyder did explain that when Bruce talks to Flash is like, if I didn't go, which is the one that I went through that you went through to warn me, and he says, don't go through that one. So that definitely happened. So because that happened, it changed that timeline. Is what I believe. Let's see. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing that's a cul-de-sac is Walter Hamada's career. Oh, burn! Kyle of Krypton, burn! That's awesome. Calvin, honestly, I was pretty bored with Star Wars until I saw The Last Jedi. It really was a good film, which, yes, does make you uncomfortable at some points, but not in a bad way. Zack Snyder's DC movies always made me uncomfortable, yet I'm a huge fan of his films as well. I wish people would go into films with more wonder and curiosity rather than sitting cross-armed waiting for the movie to deliver on their expectations. There's a beauty in being taken to a new world or different way of thinking in cinema, and I feel we lose that every time people lose their S word over movies like The Last Jedi, Batman v Superman. Ain't that the truth? Mattel lost the license to DC in 2019, I believe. Todd McFarlane has a license now until 2022 or 23. I would love to see toys from Todd McFarlane. Like, I think there were they had, just rumors that there were going to be certain figures, but have yet to see anything. This alone makes me want Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 restore the Snyderverse. That's awesome. I think that's a certainty. We're getting that cliffhanger. Man, I would hope. This would be an interesting take on a cliffhanger idea, essentially its epilogue as cliffhanger. We get our happy ending so far, culminating in the heroes going their way, including Arthur interacting with Volko and Mera before he heads off to go to his dad, setting up Aquaman's Momoa described, and then boom, nightmare future out of the blue, causing audience to go, what the fuck? What the fuck? I love it. It's what it's going to be. It's going to prove that Zack Snyder, sir, you are a genius. And if I may, yes, and with the point you brought up, Chris, the idea of the nightmare future changing because of that nightmare, Flash says, is very interesting. And if I may, what is the first thing Barry tells Bruce? Lois is the key, right? Yep, Lois is the key. And as we all know, in Zack Snyder's Justice League, Bruce talks to Diana about exactly that, knowing that he thinks it means something more, something darker. So now the question becomes, if Barry's warning results in the nightmare future changing because of what Bruce knows, how much does it change? Now, contrary to what's apparently popular belief, I don't mind if we see Lois dying in Justice League 2. We know she'll be saved later. In all probability, the idea is that Bruce tries to keep her safe and just royally screws it up, as we've thought since SnyderCon. And it takes Bruce, Barry, and Victor trying a second time, sending Barry to the right point to save the day. But still, could we in fact speculate that Supes is darkened by Darkseid's brainwashing into believing things that aren't true? And how deep does that deception go? On the off chance that Lois does in fact survive into one nightmare future, hey, we're speculating about a badass nightmare Martha. How about a badass nightmare Lois? Yeah. And it could be like Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, where Lois is the leader of the ragtag team in a way with the Suicide Squad members. So that could definitely be another possibility as well. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely love this daily dose of entertainment news and content, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.